Step number 6, home inspection and repair request. 2 quick disclaimers I have to make on this. 1, anything I mentioned about a contract, business days required, things like that, that's for our contracts only at Omaha's Elite. I can't say anything about any other company, any other agent, or any other way that they write their contracts. That's just for us. The second thing I want to say is expect to pay $450. The actual inspection itself only costs $350, but in case that they have to do a radon test, it's an extra $100. I'd rather say $450 and be wrong, than say $350 and be wrong. But the actual home inspection, what is it? We always have a company call you to schedule it. It's just as a courtesy. You do not have to use them. Keep that in mind. They're going to call you, try to schedule a date and a time to show up and do the inspection. You have 14 business days from the date that your offer is accepted to conduct the inspection. Whatever day you schedule it, they're going to show up 2 hours before you and I are scheduled to come. They're going to walk through the home, find anything and everything that could possibly go wrong. To the littlest detail, they're going to try to find it. They're going to write it up in a report, take tons and tons of pictures. They're going to give you all of that as well as a summary page. The summary page is going to have all the critical items that they found that they deem either need to be repaired because it may cause more damage to the home or run the risk of being dangerous if not fixed. This is typically where we get most of our items for the repair request. One thing to mention about the repair request is it is a negotiated point. You want to keep that in mind and try to stay as much on the functional items and functional things that you want fixed on the home versus aesthetic items. The minute you start changing, I want it to look like this, that doesn't really impact the functionality of the home, the more likely it is to cause undue stress between you and the seller. They have 3 options. Once you submit your repair request, you have 3 days to do so after the date of the inspection. They have 3 days to respond, and they can do that with either an acceptance, a counter, they'll fix some things but not all of it, or they can just decline to do anything. At that point, if they decline, you have the option to buy the home as is or back out. If they accept, you move on to the next step, which is the appraisal. If they counter, you have to ask yourself, were you being a little unfair? Were you asking for things that maybe you didn't really need? Or are they being unfair? Are they completely refusing to do items that make a home, that make it function as a home? That's a question you have to ask yourself. I can advise, give you my professional opinion, but it's ultimately going to come down to your decision. Whatever it is that you make, I'll be there to support you.